Please describe your job title and primary duties.
So I was a crew member. I worked on the line. I made orders. I worked the cash register. I would bust the tables, offer great customer service.
What was the work environment like?
It was very lively. We always had to have a smile on our faces. We would always greet as many customers as we could. We would scream at them, "Hey, hello," as they walked in the door. It was always really crowded, especially in the afternoon and in the evenings, and so it would always be a lot of people, always somebody to talk to.
Did you earn any benefits or other job perks?
Yeah, so every shift, if you worked 5 hours, then you got a if you worked 4 hours and 59 minutes, you got a 10-minute break, and then if you worked 5 hours, you got a 30-minute break, and they fed us for free, and then if we wanted an extra meal, then it was half off.
Please describe a typical day as an employee.
It depends on if you open or if you're closing. If you open, you have to get there at 7 a.m. And then I would make chips. People would prep. Chips are really fun. You open, you get everything ready. If you come in the middle of the day, if they come in the middle of the day, it's just you just get on the line. The line is where you make the food, or you just do whatever they tell you to do. And then if you close, we would close. We would have to wrap all the food up. We have to clean everything. We have to clean the bathrooms, clean outside. We have to restock everything for the next morning.
How would you describe the application and interview process?
The application, actually, I got hired at a really good time. I had just called them and asked them if they were hiring, and they were like, "Yeah, come for an interview." And so I had an interview. They invited me for a second interview, and I actually did the application after I got the job because I had to fill out the application. So I don't know if that's because they were desperate for people, or that's just how it is, but it was really simple.
What questions did the interviewer ask during the job interview?
They asked me, what do I think of great customer service? What do you think about having to do things without being told? And they asked me about punctuality and any previous job experience. They didn't ask me any questions out of the ordinary, just typical interview questions.
What set you apart from other candidates?
Definitely personality. If you show that you're lively and you're willing to not just work here just to make some money, but you actually want to interact with the customers, and develop. They focus a lot on development. Every so often, the managers would meet with every employee. If you show that you're capable, if you show that them picking you will be a worthwhile decision. You'll be there for a good amount of time. So yeah.
What other advice would you give to a job seeker looking to get employment?
I would say, honestly, just make sure this is what you want to do. Make sure you want to work here, because from the outside looking in, it looks like it's a really fun job to do, but there are, downsides. So just keep that in mind, if you want to work here, just like any food job when you're working in food.